Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chasing Daylight podcast. Got a new show for you this week. Been a while since we talked. Had a special episode with Cliff last week talking about Bandon. Hope everybody enjoyed that one. And if you didn't listen, go back one episode and listen to it. It was a good show. Some good insight there from Cliffy.
The world traveler.
He goes so many places and sees so many different things and has a really good way to compare, the resorts. So it was interesting to listen to what he had to say because, for a lot of people, Bandon is, sunshine and roses, and he had some critical things to say, which it wasn't like damning the word.
No.
Nobody's gonna go, but it was nice hearing somebody speak from their heart. Kind of like how I talk about Cabot. Which, that was a funny post.
Yeah.
Dude,
we love Bandon so much. It's nice to hear the other side from people that have gone, I guess, and it's not a place for everybody, that's for sure.
No,
it's definitely not. So,
and he had some really good points about that. So
totally. And he still enjoyed it. So
yes.
Go back and listen to that. He didn't hate on it, but it's just, he's Cliff is a man of great traveling, and he's a wordsmith, if you will, and he is a great comparer of things, and
the analogy king.
Yes. Yeah.
And Cliff is a big fan of Diet Dr. Pepper, but I have the new strawberry and cream zero sugar Dr. Pepper, which I'm drinking this evening. Not too bad. It tastes nothing like Dr. Pepper in my opinion, but it's not bad.
I have one of the newer beer zombies this evening. It's newer, but it's...
Hey, I've hit the 4 full months of no alcohol, so doing pretty good with that.
I'm gonna try and slow it down here soon. I gotta get my swing speed up again.
Uh-oh.
I gotta drop some weight.
Is that why you haven't been posting your scores lately?
No, that's not why. Just because,
Okay. Some other business to attend to real quick. I was so excited when Matt Gontarek agreed to do the weekly weather report for us, for our Vegas golf listeners and Vegas golfers that are going to get out on the weekends. And the last episode that we did with all of us, I forgot to play his weather forecast.
Wow, loser.
Yeah, and it was a really good one because he gave a really nice compliment to the Paiute tournament. And I felt so bad. So I'm going to let him get some airtime here real quick.
What's up, guys? Matt Gontarek with the Chasing Daylight podcast. If you are doing a little range session, maybe getting out for a tee time this week, Thursday is really the day you're going to have to dodge some showers. We'll see some scattered showers across the Las Vegas Valley and a few isolated thunderstorms. But heading into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday both look pretty good. A few slight chances for showers over the mountains on Saturday. But hey, temperatures are back in the upper 70s and lower 80s. It'll feel a lot like the beginning of May out there for the first official weekend of May. So it's going to feel real good out there. If you got any tee times scheduled, have a great week and have a great weekend ahead.
Still weird ass weather we're having.
Yeah, it's a little odd. Windy this evening, but
oh my God. I sent him a message earlier today. I said, hey, I'm playing tomorrow at Revere. Am I gonna be okay? He's like, yeah, let me check. Yeah, you'll be okay. Back nine may be a little fun, but so looking forward to that. Thanks, Matt. And dude, I'm so sorry. That's you really help us out with that.
I always enjoy seeing him on Fox 5. Like, when if the news is up, I'm like, hey, Gontarek out there. And his kid can swing the club.
He's Theo's got some competition already.
Yeah, I know. We're battling for green jackets here soon.
And then there's one other and I'm 100% blaming this on Hawaiian time zone. I forgot to put in my one and done pick.
Oh.
And Dan and Cal picked Tony Finau, so he got the win.
I was
and
very
the money.
close to picking Tony.
And Dan picked Rom. So yeah, I totally screwed up. I don't know who I would have picked, but yeah, drop the ball on that. So we are now $3,540,000 down to them.
Well, they're using up all the players, so
right.
We
and
still have a lot in our bag. So
a lot in our bag, and a designated event coming up this weekend. So, but yeah,
still a shot. Still a shot.
I think that's all the rad farts. Got anything that happened this last week that you know, because we were on, I mean, it's crazy being 3 hours the other way. Yeah, I was talking with Roars a couple of times, and I'm like, dude, it's like midnight there, and it's 3 o'clock here. It's crazy.
Far behind,
yeah, real far behind. So what happened this last week? Talk to me.
I mean, not a ton. I mean, I went out Monday Mayhem for the Trop thing at Cloud9. I played on. Did I play Tuesday? Oh, I played Tuesday at Paiute with Mike and my buddy Ryan.
I don't know. You don't post scores anymore, so I don't know when you
play. Super windy, but that was fun. And then Saturday, I got out to Coyote with Trey, Julian, and Scales. Hadn't been out to Coyote for a while. You know, we go through these stretches where it's like you play Paiute every weekend for a month. And then you play Coyote for a month, and then you play Boulder Creek for a month, and then then it feels like you haven't played like Coyote in a while. And it was good to get back out there. It was a great day, a little warm, but yeah, I just been watching a shit ton of playoff hockey. Like
dude, it's the best playoff sport on the
100%. Yeah,
it's so good. That Rangers game tonight with the Devils was so good watching that first period, and then when they started scoring in the second, I mean, oh man, really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday with Florida and Kraken, I bet on them both because they were just game 7. You don't know which way it's going to go, and I took the underdogs, and it's the year of the road dogs, so I took Rangers tonight. But
that Panther game was unreal. That finish.
Yeah, I'm excited, but yeah.
I was happy because that goal shut 20,000 screaming Boston lunatics up, and that's not
I just
easy
love
to do.
being a Golden Knights fan. We got the Bruins out, we got Tampa out, we got Avalanche out, so it feels like a little bit of an easier road currently. But who knows? These teams could pick up some steam, and which they have. But I'm somewhat glad Boston's out because we won't have to face them. Yeah, you're muted.
Did that for the sneeze and
yeah, and you forgot. Back to muted. Anyway, so I had a bunch of
there we go.
I hit some big bets this weekend and ordered some t-shirts, and that's covered. So New Hitting Greens t-shirts coming here soon.
Dropping soon.
Got one of the new hats. It's a sample. We'll see if that goes down. But yeah, thanks to playoff hockey, the t-shirts have basically been a win.
Yeah. I'm kind of slacking on the YouTube stuff lately. I know we keep referencing what we're drinking and wearing and hats and shit, but
I will you picked up a new Hawaiian shirt there.
Yeah. No, my mom got me this before we left. I thought it'd be fun to wear it tonight. I've had a house guest for a while, and so my office has not been readily available to do all the editing that I need to do in order to make that happen. But I did see a post about some AI. Mike the Video Wizard posted about there's a plugin for Premiere where it's like tell the AI what you want and it edits it in like 15 seconds. So
I did see a video about that. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was like just chopping shit up.
And multiple cameras and doing it all. So
speaking of AI, have you seen the pictures, like the AI
golf courses?
Of the golf courses.
Yeah.
That shit is wild. Like I know Brian Orr's done a few, and then Contours. What is it? Contours. But holy shit, some of the ones Contours has been, let me get his name real quick. Contours.golf.travel. like some of these courses that he's telling AI to build is literally crazy.
Yeah.
Like they somewhat look unplayable, but like they look incredible.
Yeah, Tobacco Road looked unplayable at one point too. It's a lot of people. So.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like like that's so good. That's AI building a golf course on some cliffs. I mean, unreal. AI is wild.
It's the future, and it's here.
Yeah.
So let's. You want to talk a little Hawaii?
Sure,
Hawaii?
yeah, go for it.
Hawaii? It's funny. It's the second time I've played with a rental set and played really well. Erica thinks I'm full of shit because
now, do you think it's because you have like low expectations because you have something to blame it on?
No, I honestly I think it's because I don't give a shit. I'm in Hawaii. I'm playing
low expectations.
I'm playing this cool course. The course under delivered. Really fun golf course, but it's not.
Yeah, it looked like Las Vegas Golf Club on Hawaii land.
Yeah, it was. The greens were soft but they rolled true. But my chipping, I was just trying to hole out every chip on the fly, and it would just stop. I was playing the new PXG ball. If you have not played or tried that yet, you need to give it a shot. It's a really good golf ball. It spins a whole lot more around the greens compared to the Odin ball. The Odin ball is just as long off the tee as it is, but it's way more durable. I would play the PXG ball if it had the same price point as the Odin, because of that green side spin. I mean, it's so good. For me, it's a game changer.
Speaking of golf balls, did you see that Kirkland's got a yellow golf ball coming out?
Uh-oh.
Might have to update my backyard golf balls.
New sponsor of the show, Kirkland. Yellow balls.
I'm definitely gonna buy a box, and I'll just replace all my golf balls in the backyard, putting green and chipping green in the backyard, and just give them a try. But gotta go yellow for me.
Yeah. So I just didn't. I was just out there to have a good time. There was nobody. I had a 10 or 8:50 tee time, and I got there at 7:30 to warm up and checked out the pro shop, maybe grab something to eat. And
2.5 hours early?
No, just an hour, hour and a half.
I thought you said 7:15. You got there. No, 10:15.
It was a 8:50 tee time, and I got there at 7:30.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2 minutes from the hotel too, so it's where we were staying. It's right down the street.
So you were soul golfing.
I was soul golfing a little bit.
Did it feel good? Did it feel good?
The pro shop was very disappointing. I was expecting, a public course that has some notoriety on the Big Island to have a little bit better selection. Very limited.
Did you get anything?
I did grab a polo because they had nothing else. The hats were trash. The ball markers were the big fat magnetic ones. They didn't have any poker chips. The head covers were trash. It just wasn't good. So ended up getting a polo. Then I go
Greg Norman polo, or what
no,
kind of
it wasn't a
polo
Greg Under Armour. It's you'll see it one day. But then I go to the range, and there's a range machine and no tokens anywhere. So I got to go back, and the guy behind the counter was really slow. I mean, like slow. And I'm like, it's Hawaii, Matt, just chill, just look around.
On Hawaiian time.
Oh yeah. And but he was the only person that we had an interaction with that was like not wanting to help in an expeditiously way. He just didn't care. And so I get my range token, I go to the range, get a bucket, and you can't hit driver because it's a short range, which okay, whatever. And the balls were, I took a picture of it and shared it.
Yeah, it was a mismatch.
Dude, there was every ball you can imagine was in that from every brand.
Yeah.
I found a Tour 100 Balata I mean, it was like
They probably just got him off a ship that, during that fell off into the Pacific,
it's
went
like
to the bottom and grabbed him.
They got a contract with the maintenance crew. Hey, you find balls on the course, bring them to the range. That's how we save some money and don't have to buy range balls.
Yeah.
Premium range balls. Previously played course range balls. So I rented a set because I didn't bring my clubs. So I only had one round booked. As the guy says, we got some tailor-made M2s, maybe an M2 driver, maybe something else, some match fairway woods, or for a couple extra bucks, you can get a set of the stealth clubs. I'm like, oh yeah, I play a stealth driver. Let's go ahead and do the stealth club. He's like, okay. Swipes a card. Here you go. Oh yeah, by the way, we only have regular flex. And he's handing me my card, and I'm like, I mean, I probably wouldn't have compared to playing trashy old set, something relatively new. Okay. So they had 85 gram regular flex shafts with the stealth irons, which are a massive game improvement iron.
Yep.
And I played the Rogues when I played Princeville, when I played Mackay. Basically same set, just newer badging. And so I get to the range and I'm hitting the ball, and I'm like, okay, not gonna try to do anything. Let's just hit the ball and have some fun around here. And I get out. The starter told me, there's nobody. There's like 5 empty spots between now and the group that you're scheduled in. So if you want to go, just go ahead. I said, okay. So I hit some balls. I go. Nobody's on the tee. I hit. Play the first hole. Get to the second hole. Third hole, waiting. And there was a group of 3 guys in front of me. And when I'm on vacation and I got nowhere to be, and Erica's back at the hotel chilling, I'm not trying to push through and play through people. There was groups in front of them, groups in front of them. Yeah. I wasn't going anywhere. So I just kicked back, enjoyed the weather, enjoyed the waves, enjoyed the sounds, and took it all in. A couple of times they said, hey, you want to join us? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm cool. I'm fine. But I shot a 39 on the front. With the new TaylorMade GT Max putter that I'm putting with, it made putting with the Spider a little bit easier. Okay. It wasn't such a big transition going from a blade to that. The greens they rolled well, but they were a little slow and they broke really hard as the ball slowed down. That took a little bit to get used to. But I didn't putt terrible. Drove the ball pretty well, considering it was all regular flex stuff. Played the PXG ball on the front, the Odin ball on the back, shot a 39 in the back, and had 2 birdies on the back. Went on a little bogey train run between 13 and 17. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. I enjoyed it, but this regular flex iron shaft now has the mayor of Tinkertown.
Wheels are spinning.
Oh my God, have my wheels been spinning? Just I have basically taken the rabbit hole and took a backhoe to it and have dug that motherfucker up and am sifting through the wreckage now as I'm trying to figure out what the hell, why do I play well with rental sets?
We're Nish and Chris, 2 very amateur golfers on a quest to play the top 100 courses in the UK and Ireland, after Chris set this challenge on a drunken Saturday night in my kitchen. Join us on our frequently humorous journey of a lifetime as we grapple with the logistical and financial challenge of playing some of the best courses in the world, as well as grappling with our games, because let's face it, it's never just about playing. Sometimes the score matters too. Listen to the Top 110 Golf Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
I would think it's a low expectation thing, because you have something to blame a bad round on, like, oh, it was a rental sets,
Yeah, that is true.
So
it's a completely different mindset. Showing
it's
up
either
there.
That or you need game improvement irons.
It's one or the other. Dude, they're so bad. They're so hard to look at.
I can't
Oh my
imagine.
God. I was hitting the 5 and 6 iron a lot because it looked a lot like my 9 and pitching wedge.
Yeah.
It's like
I've played 2 rental sets in my life. One was a like 6 club pack from Big 5 out in Maryland,
Mhm.
and they were probably A-flex. I mean, they were Wilson box clubs. And then the other rental set I played was at Orange County National. They were Srixon like blade, like cavity backs. So those felt a little bit better. I mean, this was a long time ago, but at least like the Srixons, like I felt like they were good clubs. I mean, looking down at game improvements nowadays, I've looked at my I've seen the first clubs I bought, which were Callaway XRs. I've seen them at PGA Superstore, and I looked at them and I'm like, how the fuck did I play this shit? I don't know. I could never
Right?
look down at this ever. Like,
Dude, the Burner 2.0s I played for a few years, and I was like, wow, that is a really big golf club.
it's
a really
crazy.
big golf club.
I mean, it's like a half inch of offset, like, and they're just so thick. Like I could never go back that way, even if I needed them. Like if I needed to play game improvement clubs, I couldn't go back to that. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I think Jeremy's onto something though. I think we need to go to Muni and do a blind rental set draw and play with what we get. I think that would be an absolute blast.
Yeah, that would be tough. I mean, out in Vegas though, you're gonna get some decent rental sets at least.
Oh yeah, at the premier courses, of course.
Yeah, like a golf destination, like in Hawaii. You had the option of Stealth, which is a good option. I mean, and if you're going to Orange County National, which is like a Q school like qualifier course, I mean, you're probably gonna get some good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, all the clubs out here have good options and name brands, and you're not going to get like a Wilson Big 5 set like I did in Maryland.
I want that. Let's go to Club of Sunrise, and I'll tell the next tournament we'll do our 8 club challenge, but instead of the 8 club challenge, it's going to be the rental bag challenge. Blind draw.
Yeah, the fee includes the rental set.
The fee includes the rental set, and when your name's on the cart and where your name is, that's what you're playing, baby.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
That would be an absolute blast. So we may do that as a fun event, and see if we can do something like that. Just find it. Just call around and say, "What's your worst rental set? Do you got 20 of them?"
Yeah,
set them aside. Or you know what we could do? We could get with Jason at Swing Point and have him put together some of those relic sets that he has there.
He's got some stuff in. Yeah, he definitely has some stuff in the cobwebs for sure.
Yeah, that would be a blast. So Hawaii was a good time, man. I had my first how do you say it? I saw on an article they say in Hawaii it's poke. Do you call it pokey?
I call it pokey.
Pokey? Okay. I had my first pokey experience. There was a place called the Poke Shack that got massive stellar reviews. Went there and they were closed, and they had a sign said close the next 3 days, no fish. So I was like, damn, really wanted to go there. So we found another place that was, and it's wild there because down by the shore, it's 82 degrees, 100% humidity, blue skies, crazy. You go 200 feet up the hill, or quarter mile up the hill, you're in a rainforest and
microclimates.
Dude, it's wild. And so we went to a spot there and had some, and it wasn't bad. I would like your Poke Palace that you're talking about. I want to go check that out, and because the one that I had, it didn't have a lot of flavor to it.
Okay.
I liked how it was marinated, and I liked how, like I told you, it wasn't chewy. It was soft and tender. Yeah. And I mean, it had decent taste to it, but I think something a little spicy, a little hot, would be really good.
I mean, ever since you went, I've been craving poke. I've had poke 2 times since we talked about this last week, and it's not called Poke Palace. It's called Poke Express.
Oh, sorry. Poke Express. Poke Palace.
But I would be down for a palace made of poke. That's cool. Trey put me onto it. Shout out Trey. But yeah, poke's great, man. I mean, especially if you're just trying to want something fresh. I mean, Poke Express down the street on Stephanie and 215. They got a lot of good options, and they definitely have some spicy stuff. And definitely down to go there anytime because I go. I'm back at work now because Quinn and my wife are all good. So I started work again today, and I was going once a week while I was at work. So I went today because I've been missing it. But yeah, Poke's great. Poke's good stuff, and that literally. I mean, I've had Poke at quite a few places, but Poke Express is top notch for sure.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it out and see.
And it feels like you're walking into Hawaii. Totally.
Little comparison.
Yeah.
But I had a couple people give me some spots to try. A coffee shop that we went to closed. Apparently Wednesday is a closed day for Hawaii.
Yeah, and I told you that. And the Poke Express is closed on Wednesdays out here. I know, it must be a Hawaiian thing.
I don't know what it is, but yeah.
And if you know what it is, let us know because I'm curious.
Please do. Would
curious.
Love to know what it was.
I would think Friday, like Aloha Friday, like you'd be closed Friday.
Let's get out of here at noon and go to the beach,
or maybe Monday. Like I don't know.
But found a couple really good coffee spots. Dude, the Kona coffee is so fucking good. It's arguably the best coffee in the world. Here in the States, you get the stupid 10% Kona beans in your Kona coffee, which is trash. And so there, I sent you guys a couple pictures, $45 for 12 ounces of Kona coffee beans. So I stopped every time I saw a coffee shop. I just stopped, pulled over, got some coffee, and it's so good. But I did buy a bag that I brought back with me that I will use for special occasions.
I definitely want to get out there and play some golf. That's a good spot to play some golf because I mean the food scene. I love Hawaiian food, and I think that would be a great experience. I mean, playing golf along the coast and on the Hawaiian Islands and.
We went to
Kona coffee and some poke.
We went to this little restaurant in Hilo that's been on Food Network a couple times, and it's in the back behind like a construction warehouse. You wouldn't even think it. It looks like a Debbie's Casino type place. It's just didn't look like anything fancy, and so we pulled in. Super clean. Staff was super friendly. I had some chicken and rice with the mac. The white
mac salad,
mac salad. Oh my god, it was I wanted another serving of it. It was so good. But highly recommend that place. I'll figure out what it is and put it in the show notes if anybody's out there or going out there and wants to check it out. But yeah, man, I could drink coffee every day there and be just fine. It's so damn good. And everywhere you drive, it's just coffee fields. It's
interesting.
It was cool. But yeah, we did that. And then we went to the beach. We did the manta rays. That's another thing somebody recommended. Dana Fall and somebody else recommended the nighttime snorkel with the manta rays. And we weren't sure what to expect. And one thing that we have found out after this is our third time going to a Hawaiian island, when you book these excursions, that there's like 20 companies running out of one cove. Don't expect to go there and like have an office and check in and sit down. And it's you find their van and you put your chair. Yeah. And you put your stuff in a cargo tote and you go to the boat. I mean, it's
an excursion.
It's not your typical excursion type stuff. It's it's a little different. So we get out in the water and they tell us, they have a giant surfboard that they have a battery on top that turns on the ultraviolet lights that shines down in the water. The lights attract the plankton and the manta rays. Once the plankton comes out and is active, they come and they do these barrel rolls. And they tell you, you can't touch them. They're protected. They're endangered. But they have a mucus layer on the outside of them that if you touch it, it can disrupt that and then they can get infections and get sick. So they said if they touch you, that's fine. They probably won't because they're very solitude-ish creatures. So we get out in the water and boom, right away there's one. And I mean, they're fucking huge. And they come, I mean, like right up to your face, you know, and they give you pool noodles to put on your knee, on your like knees or ankles. And then you hold on to the surfboard like Superman. And so you're flat on top of the surface and they just circle and it is fucking incredible.
And that's the Tampa baseball team that's out there?
Not the Devil Rays. This is the
Oh,
Manta Rays.
gotcha.
Manta Rays. Google. Get some education, son.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, really cool experience. Totally worth it. It was $90. I think we paid a person and would do that again in a heartbeat. It was so damn cool. But Eric and I were talking because we saw 6 to 8 different manta rays. They said they're all, because there's only like 30 of them there in that region. And they're all have different identifiers on their bellies. They have spots. And so they know they all have names. And they're like, oh, so-and-so's here. Oh, Lucy's here. Oh, yeah, blah, blah. And really great and person that was out there telling us about everything. But afterwards, you know, they're as the boat ride in, they're like, oh my God, that was an amazing night. You know, the last couple of times we've seen maybe one, sometimes none. You guys saw so many. That was amazing. And so we're like, does that really happen? Or does everybody see that many every time and they're just trying to hype it up? Like, you know, you picked the best night ever. We haven't seen this many in months, you know, type thing. Or is it yawn, same thing every night for them? But
it's a business model.
It's a business model. And we were looking, you know, at Erica with her, you know, financial background is 13 people and $90 a head is this much, and this money do it 2 times a day, blah blah blah. You know, they're making some good money doing that. You know, your overhead is,
you don't have an office, you're good.
Yeah, it's your boat, and gas.
Yeah, man, I want to get out there. I was in Hawaii when I was like 5 years old, so I got to go back there. I got a buddy that oversees some of the convention space at Kapalua, so soon, hopefully.
Business trip.
Yeah, totally.
And then for the next day, we went and did some the volcano. We went to the Volcano National Park, crossed another national park off the list. Did that. Had some really good food there at the Volcano House, and did a bunch of sightseeing, walking around there. It's pretty cool. It's a volcano. You know, if it was erupting, it would be amazing. But you know, it's just a lot of steam and a lot of sulfur smell and a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And then we came home, spent the day at the beach, the Black Sand Beach, Black Sand Beach, you think, ooh, cool, Black Sand Beach. Yeah, but what you don't think about is
course.
The sun beating down on that black sand makes it hot as hell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, you know, you got to wear your sandals or whatever, your shoes right close to the water. But the thing that stinks about the Big Island that we experienced is it's very rocky. It's very rocky. Great for scuba diving or snorkeling. Amazing snorkeling. But just like casual swimming at the beach, it's not. Go to Maui, go to Kauai for that.
So Bears Best has a collection of Jack's favorite signature holes or whatever across the world. The Black Sand Par 3, is that one's based in Hawaii, right? Is it not?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I think that's further up the coast, up north from where we were. There's a ton of courses on the Kona side, not so much on the Hilo side. There was one course on the south side. That's where we stayed the second half of the trip, but it closed in 2018. Otherwise, there's not a lot of golf anywhere else. But in the Kona area, north of it, above the airport is what everybody says there, is where the nicer beaches are and the golf courses. But most of them, though, you got to say it's a resort or they're private.
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, it's for tourists, I'm sure, mostly.
Yeah, I saw Nanea from the road. I got out and took pictures because I was looking on the maps because I'm like, maybe if I just drive up and go, hey, I just want to take some pictures real quick. And but yeah, the gate, it's like Cascada. It's far away from the property, way down the hill. And there was no getting anywhere near it. So we were taking a different way back after going and checking out the north side cliffs, and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get out here and take a picture of this. Erica's like, why? I go, golf course. She's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I go, no, you don't understand. This is a really exclusive golf course. She goes, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go play that no laying up one where that's managed by or cut by the locals when they went. If you watch their videos, I mean,
I haven't seen
when they're
that
in
one.
Cabo, yeah, they like went across. They took like a boat across the water, like 30 minutes to go play a course.
Oh yeah,
that's like on a small island that's like cut by the locals. All the grass is cut by them, and they maintain it.
There's a Norman
like
course on. I can't remember the name of that island. Anyways, but there's a Norman course over there too. That's real, or maybe it's a Nicholas course.
I mean, there's some primo looking spots out there.
Oh man, I was really expecting more from Kona Country Club. But yeah, that is it. It should not have country or club in its. That should be Kona Muni, because that's what it is. All right, that's what I got for Hawaii. If anybody wants to know anything about Hawaii from my trip, just send me the question. I'm far from an expert, but I can tell you, get renter's insurance on your car. Yeah, we got
Slim roads, huh?
Oh, well, everything is single lane.
Yeah.
But the parking is insane. And we had a massive dent on the side of our car.
Oh, sweet.
Like massive. And thank God I took pictures. Because there was a scratch when we checked in that went all the way down the side from front to back. Oh. And so I took pictures all around the car of everything. And when we turned it in, she's like, the scratches were marked off, we know about those, but this dent back here, do you have any pictures of that? I go, yeah, here. I'm like, so here. She go, oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, recommend getting insurance. We were talking to some people, that were next to us when we were leaving one of the beaches, and, cause they were asking, where we're from and blah, blah, and they said that they're snowbirds. They live here 6 months here, 6 months Montana, but they're getting ready to move. They're just tired of the vandalism and the she goes, I would never own a new car here. She goes, you'd be crazy to own a new car here.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. So the other thing that we did that was cool was went to the southernmost tip in the United States. That's at the bottom of the Big Island. We went out to there. Really cool being there. Nothing that way but Antarctica. It was pretty damn cool. And we went to a place called Green Beach, which it's like a 2.5 mile hike that takes like 2.5 hours because it's not the easiest terrain. Or you can hop in the back of a truck for $20 and some locals will bring you down there and bring you back. And that was cool to see. It's kind of a rarity. It's not really green. It just kind of has a green tint to it. It's just one little cove. But I mean, if I would have walked it, I would have been very upset because I wasn't
worth it.
I was not thrilled that what we saw, for the amount of time, because it was 30 minutes in the back of a truck,
Yeah.
So
it's just a bunch of locals out there every day spreading furikake.
Yep. Yeah, good times. But I'm back ready to rock and roll and get back into the Vegas golf scene, playing Revere tomorrow with Steven Jackson and Lawrence Garcia and Manu.
Yeah. Manu invited me, but I'm back to work, so I couldn't join.
Yeah, I knew you were back at work, so I didn't want to see if you wanted to take your second day back off. Figured you might want to, but I didn't want to make it tempting.
Well, I'm taking the second half of my 5th day back off, so I'm playing TPC Summerlin member guest.
Oh yeah, the member guest. Yeah,
so I'm excited for that.
I was going to do that with Cyrus, but he actually, for his kids' school, is starting a fundraiser. And this is their first annual golf tournament. It's out at Aliante. So while you're snobbing it with the high ups,
taco bar, the Summerlin taco bar, and
I'll be at Aliante with Cyrus and his dad.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been there. I mean, obviously, I haven't been there since it was redone, the greens and other areas. So I'm excited for that. I mean, it's I still have to pay a little bit, and it's more than the member guest or the guest rate that we were going to play the other week. But there's some chance at some winning. So I mean, it's a gamble. So I'm excited to get out there because it's been a long time, and I'm excited to see the redo of the things. So I'm excited for that Friday.
Fairways and greens, man. I definitely want to get on there. We just got to wait for that summer rate to come down a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, it's pretty pricey, but
everything is just everything's so damn expensive.
Everything is, yeah. I mean, it's comparable to the rate hikes of other places. So I mean, I get it, but it's tough when you've done it for less,
Yeah. Yeah, well, I incredibly overpaid at Kona. I hate admitting that, but
ooh,
yeah, find a hookup if you can, because what they're charging it's not worth it at all. So, all right, so let's see on our picks over the last couple weeks. See if I can update that real quick. Oh, I must have closed it. Let's open that back up. So going back to the RBC Heritage, let's see who won that week. Jeremy did with Jordan Spieth. I think, did we talk about that? Yeah, we did. Let's see. So then the Zurich Classic, Jeremy won that week with Sung Jae and Keith Mitchell. I came in second with Siwoo Kim and Tom Kim, and Joe came in third with the UNLV kids. This last week, I had Harry Hall. He finished 10th. Congrats to him for that. Nice little chunk of change you brought home with him. Patrick Rogers also finished 10th, and Wyndham Clark finished 24th. So Joe and I tied this week. And since I'm ahead of you in the point standings, I'll get to pick first later. Currently, Jeremy has 2,590 points on the season. I am 676 points behind him, and Joe is 864 behind. So Jeremy's got a little bit of a lead. I'm gonna have to squash that with some designated event coming up this week. Back at the Wells Fargo, back at Quail Hallow after the President's Cup last year, not being there for this event. So stacked field because it's designated the largest designated field so far, 156 players in this event, which is a lot of people. How about Willie Mack Monday qualifying? Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Harry made it in. He's in the field, and so is Akshay. So chance to showcase their skills against a very talented field of golfers.
A designated field, if you will.
Well said, Joe.
Thank you.
Well said. Did you watch any of the Live?
No.
They've had Australia and Singapore. I saw everybody lose their fucking mind when the Koepka brother aced that chip shot.
It just feels like one of those things like you had to be there. I mean, it's it didn't to me. I mean, I'm not like a PGA Tour or Live hater or like PGA Tour like diehard. I mean, I'd probably say I lean more towards the PGA Tour, and it felt like a bit of a ripoff of Waste Management, but just like the one thing I really enjoyed was when they posted that, like just going in the comments, and I was just reading all these. I was in there, and just like the battles of PGA Tour and Live fans. I mean, like someone said, like, oh, and this is not better than Sam Ryder making a hole in one at Waste Management, and someone comments like, well, Sam Ryder's like 120th in the world, and Chase Koepka is 1536. Like.
Yeah, it is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different. I mean, it's cool, right? Like, obviously, if you were there in the audience or in the gallery, like, It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to witness that for
It'd
sure,
be a
100%. And
cool
it's
experience to be
just,
there.
yeah, it's just not really comparable. I
It
don't
just
know.
looks
I
so
mean,
fabricated to me.
it felt a little gimmicky.
I mean, I would not be surprised behind the scenes if there was catapults of beer just automatically shooting up into the air.
The one thing that really upset me kind of was like Liv keeps saying how PGA is copying them, and it was obvious
Oh my god,
that Liv was copying PGA Tour Waste Management. You know, and they, you know, they've said for a long time like PGA's tour's changing because of us. Like we're the change, and then they do that. That was the one thing that really got me. But cool for the Adelaide people, the population out there. Like,
oh
they
yeah,
haven't had tournament golf like that in a long time, and got to see any like world renowned golfers in a long time. So that's awesome for them. And you know, it just felt it felt a little off.
there's a reason why Iowa women's basketball sells out.
Yeah, I mean they don't get much.
There's nothing much else there to do. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like golf. I love golf. I love watching golf.
And here's the thing: if you lived there, you would have went.
Absolutely. I mean,
You
if
know.
Liv comes here, I'm gonna go.
Or, exactly.
It's
You know.
golf. I love
Exactly.
golf. I'm sick of the politics, and I just stop. Just do your thing. Let PGA do their thing, and stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stop. So this Mexico course, did I hear it right? I don't know if you watched much of it.
I didn't watch any. No.
Oh, was that a Greg Norman course?
I feel like I did hear that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, stat guy. You may have noticed by now, Jeremy's not with us this evening. he's a little under the weather, and gave a little call in sick notice earlier. But if he was here, he would
need Dr. Snow, Jeremy.
Yeah, 2 signatures too, please. And I want to hear from your pops. I'm not sure if I believe you or not. Just kidding. All right, so Wells Fargo this week. You got the odds up. You want to go over that?
I do, yeah. Favorite is Rory at 7.5 to 1. Patrick Cantlay 12 to 1. Tony Finau, Xander Schauffele 15 to 1. Cameron Young 16 to 1. Jordan Spieth 18 to 1. Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland 20 to 1. Max Homa, Justin Thomas, Matt Fitzpatrick, Sung J M 22 to 1. Jason Day 25 to 1. Sam Burns 30 to 1. Ricky Fowler, Terrell Hatton, Tom Kim 35 to 1. Tommy Fleetwood, Sahith Theegala 45 to 1. Corey Connors, Shane Lowry, Keith Mitchell 50 to 1. Siwoo Kim 70 to 1. Webb Simpson 100 to 1. Davis Riley 100 to 1. Seamus Power 125 to 1. Bo Hostler 125 to 1. Let's go down to the bottom. You got 401. You got Stuart Sink, Doug Gim, and Peter Maltnati. Stuart Sink at 401. He's a sniper, man. He's there to destroy people's lives, and that could be a decent bet.
And run Joe's bets.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh man. Okay, so for my pick, I think this is the one. This is the one where it's going to happen, and he's going to be officially 100% back after this, going with the orange
Fowler.
cat, Ricky Fowler. 35 to 1.
Yeah, I thought about that myself.
He's won here, knows the place. Pretty sure he's won here. Yeah.
So for me, I think Quail Hallow, Wells Fargo, can get a lot of first time winners. Right? Am I correct in that?
Well, Homa was that Homa's first win?
I think it was Homa's first win, and it was someone else's first one. I feel like. So I'm gonna go with the non-having laundry hamper man himself, Mr. Sahith Theegala at 45 to 1.
45 to 1?
Yep.
Sahith Theegala. Joe. Jeremy, once I see that doctor's note, I will accept your pick. Let's see. There was something that I read earlier. Let's see, where was it? Was it under here? Nope, it wasn't there. What did they say about Ricky Fowler? Experiencing a career renewal of the season with 5 top 10s among 9 top 20s, 7 of his last 8 starts. Absurd as it sounds, he's improved just about everything. Quail Hallow has been the site of so much success, including his breakthrough victory in 2012.
Yeah, I like Ricky. I mean, Ricky's on an upward trend for sure.
The number 1 power ranking is Jason Day. When Quail Hallow hosted the WFC as a par 71 in 2018, he was the only golfer to hang up 4 sub 70s. He won by 2. That piggybacked a T9 in the PGA Championship. It's been a long time since both successes, but he's reconnected with similar form this season. I think that's a stretch. He is playing well, but
he's playing well.
Oh, Rahm's taking this week off.
Yeah.
Dude, Rahm is just on fire. Good Lord.
Yeah, he's a golfer, man. He can play some golf.
Yeah, he's got 1,000-point lead in the FedEx Cup right now.
Crazy.
That's just nuts. Well, he has 4 wins. That'll do it.
I mean, he didn't take RBC off. He didn't take Mexico Open off after the Masters. I mean, and we saw an interview with him saying, like, I committed to these events early in the season, so I'm gonna. He's got to be tired.
He's got to be wiped. Good for him. Take a week off. Get your rest.
Yeah, totally.
So, going to be interesting, the Rory press conferences.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody, I'd like to introduce Royal McIlroy. Can we get the first question, please? Why weren't you at the RBC?
Yeah.
Not how you doing, Rory. Not welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen you. Why weren't you at RBC?
Yeah. Why did you take the $3 million pay cut?
Yeah. Can we see that transaction record, please? We'd like to see you pay back that $3 million.
Yeah. Totally.
So,
was it in
hey,
cash?
One other thing I'll get into before we get out of here. Love TXG on YouTube. They have one of the best YouTube channels. Ian Fraser, Matty Boy, breaking down equipment, doing tests. They're doing their driver bracket right now. Have you watched any of that, Joe?
I have not, no.
Highly recommended. The videos aren't long. They basically take 2 drivers, same settings, same shafts, and hit 15, 20 shots, whatever. And they take distance, dispersion, and off the grid all into account and get a total, and then the winner advances. But one of the first brackets that they did was the Stealth 2 Plus and the Callaway Triple Diamond Paradigm. Very entertaining. Definitely recommend you go watch that. Of course, we're not any way affiliated with them whatsoever, but it's a great YouTube channel. And if you like nerding out on golf tech and data, it's definitely a fun watch. I think they have 5 brackets that have happened so far. They had the Cobra, the Wilson, and the Srixon all go up in a preliminary bracket. And the Cobra came out of that one. The Ping LST, it advanced. The TaylorMade Stealth 2 Plus beat the Callaway, and Mizuno. Maybe it's Mizuno and Srixon was one of the ones. Anyways, go check it out. They're on YouTube, massive YouTube following, so that is a good watch, especially if you're a tinkerer like me.
You'll have to watch that.
Steven Jackson, VGN member and tattoo artist here locally in town, just got some Corey Paul wedges.
Oh, nice.
Built them up for him. They're in the garage. Gonna be giving to him those tomorrow. Corey does some good work, man. These look sharp. So, and I think that's all I got. I got my settings dialed in on the new putter.
Okay.
To where it's those short putts that I missed at National really ate at my soul.
Yeah.
Because they were short and I missed them. And after messing around with that drive or that putter with the different adjustable settings on it, I've told a couple people that have asked me what I thought so far. I had no idea the adjustments would be that dramatic. I thought it would be just a little bit, but it is 3 completely different putters.
Interesting.
with just a front, middle, and back setting.
Hmm.
I mean, mixing them up, I'm sure it can get even crazier, but it took me a little while, but I think I got it dialed in.
Nice.
So looking to see how Lexi does for me tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish I was playing.
Yeah, I wish you were too. That's okay. We got Mesquite coming up in a couple weeks.
That's true. Yeah, we do.
Which had a couple people withdraw. We had one person say, if there's an extra spot, let me know. So I filled that, and then Cliffy had to withdraw. But Beds just took that spot today, so we're back up to 48 players. This is gonna be fun. It's a forward shotgun, which I've never done this before. So we're starting on hole 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, with 2 groups on each hole, except for one group on the par 3s. So the gross group is going to start on hole 7 and go forward. So hey, that's what he said he could do for me. So hey, we're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Never played it, so I can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, and I put you in my group because I know we've been wanting to play it together for a long time. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a good day out there. Hopefully, keep the fingers crossed for good weather.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Joseph, we ain't got nothing else, man. Let's hit the road.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Chasing Daylight episode. It's been a few weeks since we got together and actually talked. And Jeremy, thank you for attending this week. Your insight was impeccable, and we appreciate that. Until next week, we'll catch you later. Hey, we got one of these days we're gonna have Jeff K. Marsh, joining the show. He hit me back up. He's been on the road, but I think that's gonna be a great episode, and we gotta figure that one out. He wants to do it, so that'll be a good one coming up. Hopefully,
I'm a pretty good putter. I'm a damn good putter.
There's Jeremy.
But yeah, coming up at some point soon, we're gonna get Jeff Marsh on here. That's gonna be awesome. I'm super stoked for that. Until next week, enjoy yourselves. Get out there, play some golf, and make sure you continue to chase some daylight. Later.